Hello everyone, Treecks here, and welcome to more side questing in Grand Theft Auto 3. We're starting off today in an ice cream van. And I hear you ask, what the hell are you doing in an ice cream van? Well, it actually has to do with the next side mission we're going to be doing. Like I explained last time and also in part 1, we will not be continuing the story until all of the side quests are actually taken care of here in Portland. The next one is actually vehicle collecting. There's an import-export garage mission we can do. Here in Portland Harbor, if you go all the way to this back area, we can actually find a garage with a list. Looky over here. There's a lot of names on this list. And if you've been playing around in this game for long enough, you will recognize these are actually vehicle names. The company here will actually ask you to deliver all of these vehicles to this garage. And as you can see, Mr. Whoopie is one of them. Usually you can easily find him riding around in Trenton or St. Mark's. But Mr. Whoopie is easily found and is going to be the first vehicle I'm going to be importing for the import garage mission. Delivered like a pro. Complete the list and there will be a bonus for you. If we actually take a look at the list now, we will see Mr. Whoopie is actually crossed. Therefore saying, we've got it. I must be honest, we're not going to be finishing off this entire list today, or at least in this Portland area. There are a lot of vehicles on this list that are easily gotten later on in the game, so I will be saving up on a couple. But I will actually try to get all of the vehicles that are easily accessible here in Portland. And that is what I'll be focusing on for the most part. And if I've got a bit of time left afterwards, because I don't think this is going to take very long, since we're not going to be doing the entire list, I will also try to do another type of side mission. But we'll see how far we can get. The next easy car we can actually find is this one over here. All the way at the south end of the Portland Harbor. We can actually find ourselves the Linerunner. The big truck in Grand Theft Auto. Easily parked here. Don't bother looking for this one in the regular traffic. There's no need. There's simply one parked over here, as you can see. And if I'm not mistaken, this one is actually always going to be here, so it's really easily found. Should be one of the first ones you can actually collect. No, this is the export garage. That is another mission. And that is one we're not going to be doing for a very long time, by the way. But the import we can actually already get started with. More about the export garage a bit later. The moment we have more areas unlocked. But for the import garage, this is number 2. Mr. Whoopie and Linerunner collected. A lot of the vehicles we are going to be collecting are going to be really close to this area, so this is going to go by quickly in the beginning. Let's go collect ourselves the next one. Most of the vehicles we can actually collect will only appear in the general traffic. They don't really have set spawning points like the Linerunner just now. But pretty much all of the vehicles are programmed to also appear in the Trenton and Portland Harbor area. So usually it does not take very long finding them. However, there are still a couple we can still pick up, which have a set parking location, like the Patriot for instance. That one's going to be parked near the supermarket. There's also a side mission attached to that one, but that one we're going to ignore for now. That is part of the off-road missions we need to do. Which are pretty annoying actually, therefore I'm saving that one for later. But we can of course also deliver it for the import garage. I gotta love that music, by the way. Yeah, this is an Italian neighborhood after all, so usually the cars we find here, the radio station is double clef FM, which is the opera station. If you're into opera, make sure to actually cruise around St. Mark's a lot. There's a lot of double clef FM here, but no, honestly, I'm not the biggest fan of it, so allow me to actually shut it off. And what I'm also going to shut off is the mission, that I'm also not interested in. You bailed. Too tough for you? No, I just didn't want to do it yet. But trust me, I will actually fail that mission. The moment we will start doing it. It's really difficult to do. But first I'd like to get the tedious business out of the way. the whole reason why I'm starting with the hidden packages and now the import-export garage. Also going to be doing the vehicle missions later on. The taxi, the ambulance, firefighter and the vigilante missions. Also not really that fun to do. But also needs to happen. At least this one is not really that difficult. It's most of all tedious, not per se difficult. The fun side missions we're of course going to be saving for last. But anyway, speaking of fun, we're still collecting vehicles. Next one is also really easily found. It can be found here in Trenton. Did actually explain there was a bus station here at Trenton. Used it in order to get on top of the sawmill. And there we can actually find one of the two buses we need to bring to the garage. And this one being the coach. There's also a more old-fashioned looking bus. And that one I'm pretty sure we cannot find in Portland. At least not until we start doing the vehicle missions. So that one may be a bit more of a chore to actually get. But the coach is at least parked here, so that one's easily gotten. Go away, stupid taxi. This is my road. Let's go around. Pretty sure the bus, just like the Linerunner, is going to be too big to actually fit through the alleyway. And I'm pretty sure I just ran over someone. I don't care. They're all virtual people anyway, so... Right, it's a bit difficult to actually get it in here, but we of course still can. And that is the next one. Alright, next. It's going to be a bit more difficult, because now we're going to be entering the street. And hope we actually get lucky in finding the vehicles we need. Yeah, here's one. The famous family van. This one is also on the list. This is going to be the Moonbeam, it looks like. There's two types of family vehicles we actually need to get on the list. The other one actually appears a lot more in Staunton Island, so that one we're going to be doing then. The moment we actually have that area unlocked. But the Moonbeam is definitely a Portland vehicle. So that one we can actually find cruising around St. Mark's. I also see the Bobcat riding around here. That one we actually also need, but we'll be picking that one up next, I think. Those are vehicles that are really easily obtained. Because they drive around pretty much everywhere. Shouldn't be too difficult to actually find them. Alright. That was the Moonbeam. Let's hit the streets again. And hopefully we can actually find the Bobcat again. Alright, I just promised you a Bobcat, didn't I? Well, I did not even get very far in the Portland Harbor, and I've already seen one. So, this one was easy. Squish. Boom. In the meantime, while actually checking out my list, I've also seen there's one vehicle I actually forgot to pick up. It's actually parked near here. So forgive me for actually hitting the streets a bit too early. But the Yankee, that is actually also on the list. One of the bigger vans in this game. Is actually parked here near the export garage. Where we will be exporting the emergency vehicles later on. There's simply one parked over here. Completely read over that, in all honesty. But here we still go. The order we actually collect these in does not really matter, so... Eventually, we will get all of them. This one also barely fits. But it still fits, so... There we go. That was the Yankee. Now, let's go hit the streets again. Oh. Speaking of hitting... I think somebody got hit here. I wonder who did that. Stuff like that is what makes the Grand Theft Auto game so fun. Alright. Oh, this van is actually also on the list, I'm pretty sure. Because I'm pretty sure this is a Mule. Yeah, this is the Mule. I'm pretty sure it wasn't parked here before. Or if it was, I wasn't paying attention to it. Well, that's another easy one. And this one is actually not on my list, that it's actually always parked here. I'm pretty sure this one randomly appears here in the parking spot. But it did appear for me now, so... Mule actually gotten. That was easy. For all of the rest I still have planned, we do need to hit the streets again, I'm afraid. 2 more of the smaller fans we also need to pick up. Those can also appear near this area. I think I see the first one over here. Oh, might as well also stop this one. Yeah, the next ones we're actually after do look alike a lot. But since we do not have either of them, it does not really matter which one I pick up first. This one appears to be the Rumpo. One of the 2 smaller fans in this game. Just remember, there's 2 types of these, and both of them are actually on the list. The second one is the pony. And that one should also appear near this area, so it's hopefully also not going to be too difficult to find. Let's just hope we don't mix it up with the Rumpo. Because from a distance it's a bit difficult to actually keep them apart. But let's go hit the streets again. Until we actually find the pony. I think this is actually one. Let's go try it out. This one is a different color, a lot darker, and therefore a bit difficult to see the difference between the pony and the Rumpo. But yeah, this is indeed the pony. Nope. He wanted his car back. Sorry, sir. I need this for the import garage. Let's go bring it in. And this is going to be the final one for now, by the way. I've actually checked the list on all of the other cars I still need to do. And all of the other cars are either unavailable or easier to find later on in the game. Some of them we can in theory already find here in Portland, but can actually be a bit of a trouble to do so. Later on they're going to be easier to find. And some of them are even completely unavailable, like the Dodo for instance. So I think this is going to be it for now. Let's continue doing another side mission to fill the rest of this episode. Right, welcome to Hepburn Heights. Here we're going to be actually tackling the first RC mission. Also pretty fun to do. This is chaos and therefore fun. At some places in the game, like that one over here, there's a couple of RC fans hidden. And those we can actually use in order to do the radio control missions, the RC missions. And why am I not able to jump over this wall? I need to have a word with the developers of this game. This wall should have been lower. Well, in that case, let's go around. And in the meantime, explain what we need to do. The RC missions will actually give us a radio-controlled car. A small vehicle, which we need to use in order to blow up certain vehicles. The game will actually prompt us which ones we need to blow up. And in order to activate it, we simply need to jump into this toy car van. Which will actually activate the mission Diablo Destruction. We need to use radio-controlled cars in order to blow up Diablo vehicles, one of the gangs in this game. The gang that actually hangs around in the Hepburn Heights region. All of the gangs actually have a certain car they always use. Can usually be easily recognized. In this case we're actually looking for black cars with some fire decals on it. Should actually be riding around here in this area. And those we need to blow up with these RC cars. As you can see on the bottom right, we can press left on the D-pad in order to activate our bomb. Because yes, these things are equipped with bombs. And that we use in order to blow up gang cars. And here we see the first one. And this is what we're looking for. Boom! We simply blow up gang cars. The only way to get rid of gang members. Just blow them up. In order to actually get this mission, we need to do at least one. Oh, oops. Sorry, that was not a Diablo car. But in order to finish that story, in order to get the mission done, we only have to do one of them. That will already count as completing the mission. But if we are able to do more of them, we can actually earn a lot more money. As you can see, the moment we blow up one of the cars, we actually get a sum of money. So the more we do, the richer we actually become. But in order to actually clear the mission officially, we only have to do one. Oh, and that was one. Oh, the taxi almost ran over me. Because remember, if somebody actually hits you, you will also blow up. There's more ways you can actually activate the bomb. You can do it manually by pressing the button. But hitting something will also activate it. It looks like time is going to be running out. No. I saw one in the corner of my eye, but I actually missed the trigger apparently. We only got 3 and therefore get $3,000 of it. But the mission will count as passed. And therefore another percentage will be added to our 100% total. And that is most of all what we were doing this for, of course. So, let's go find ourselves another one, shall we? There's also one in St. Mark's. That is going to be the other RC mission we can do here in Portland. Oh, here it is. Well, took me long enough to find it, but here it is. The second toys vehicle in Portland for the mission Mafia Massacre. And this time we are of course not going to be killing the Diablos, we'll be killing the Mafia, because we're now in St. Mark's and that is their territory. The Mafia gang cars, the Mafia Sentinels, are actually recognized by their black color. And this is actually one of them. Can also easily be recognized by their unique rear window. But that are indeed the Mafia cars. And those are the ones we need to blow up here. Oh, you are one by the looks of it. Let's go chase you. And boom. These guys don't know what's happening to them. The only thing that is unfortunate about these missions is the fact that the moment you're actually busy doing it, they won't actually start chasing you. That is actually the fun thing about one of the other side missions we're going to be doing later on. Now, dang it! I tried to get both of them with the same explosion. But later on we'll actually be doing another type of side mission. The side missions that are actually known as the Rampages. And those are actually a lot more fun to do, because it's comparable to this. We also need to kill a lot of gang members, but then we'll be doing it ourselves. And then they will also start fighting against you, at least in some instances they will. And those are actually a lot more fun to do. In fact, now that I'm talking about it, I might as well actually do the first one. That one's actually also here in St. Mark's. Might as well actually also do that one. Because after cutting up my episode, I'm pretty sure I still have some room left after this one. I should be at around 16 minutes now. And since this is the final of the RC missions here in Portland, there's only 2 of them here in Portland. Only the Mafia mission and the Diablo mission. I think I can actually get started doing the first Rampage already in this episode as well. Oh, my car immediately blows up. Yeah, that's what you get for running out of time during the cutscene. The traversing cutscene. Nice. 8 cars, so $8,000 earned. And also a bit of money over here and a gun. Oh, ambulance, hello. We'll be doing the mission with you later, Mr. Ambulance. Oh, get away from me. I think these Mafia members actually know what we've been doing to them with this car. I don't think they trust radio-controlled cars anymore. Alright, let's go continue with our commentary. I found out I don't actually need to pick up some protection, and with that I mean armor. Because where we're going, we can actually find a bit. Right over here. And this little building block here in St. Mark's. You can actually go around it. And apparently this is a place where you can easily pick up some free armor. This part over here. There's a bit of a back alley over here. And there we can actually find some free armor. So remember, this place is very easily accessible. So very recommended to actually get the moment you want to do this Rampage over here. The next side mission. That is already going to be the 4th type of side mission we're doing. And this one is one of the more fun ones to do. Also really challenging, so be careful. Unlike the other ones, this one is not going to be easy. But Rampages actually work like this. We need to kill a certain number of gang members in a certain amount of time. We will always get a weapon for it, as you can see. we will actually get a machine gun. With infinite ammo even. And that we need to use in order to kill 20 Mafia members in this case. And there's a bit too many at the same time. Get away from me. They will of course shoot back the moment you start doing this. So, oh, I'm running out of armor really quickly now. Let's hope it actually calms down a bit. They've already completely shot through my armor, so... Oh, there's more of them. Oh, please go away. And with that I mean die. And he targets the medic. Nice. Of course, he does not count. Only Mafia members count in this mission. Now, the police is also after me now, of course. For some reason, they don't actually draw attention the moment you start killing people with radio-controlled cars. But they will if you actually start shooting people. No, you're not going to take me out, sir. Luckily, currently, my wanted level is only 1 star, so they're not going to be shooting me. The police will only start punching you the moment you have 1 star. But the moment you have more than 1 star, then the police will also start shooting at you. And that will make missions like these a lot more tricky. Usually you can avoid punching policemen by just keep on moving. I hope you have enough health in order to survive his punches. There we go. That was the first Rampage mission. Your wanted level will immediately go away the moment the mission ends. In case you have one. Does not always happen. But in this case it did. And that way I think we have another episode of side missions here in Grand Theft Auto 3. And next time we will of course be continuing with it. There's more types of side missions we still need to do. And also more rampages we need to do. This was only the first one. There's a lot more in the game. So I will see you next time. And hope you enjoyed watching this massacre in this episode. Treecks out. And I will see you in part 4.